Okay, welcome back. Nordstrom's decision to drop the Ivanka Trump line of apparel enraged President Donald Trump and stunned marketing experts across the country.
Joining us now to weigh in on the Trump effect with regards to the U.S. marketing and branding is marketing expert Tina Wells. Welcome.
Hi, Tina. How are you?
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, do you think that the president is misusing the social media, or do you think that he is using it to communicate with the people of America?
Listen, I mean, President Obama was the president of the internet, right? President Trump is the president of social media. And I think that he is continuing to use social media the way he did through his campaign. And so if I were him, I would think this is what helped me get elected. This is how I need to continue to communicate with people. Whether everyone likes it is a totally different question, but it's obviously been very effective for him.
Do you think? Go ahead.
On that one, though, real quick, do you think it like it humanizes him to be using social media? Like, do you feel like people look at it like, you know, he's taking the time out to like tweet something, or do you feel like it's distracting?
You know, I think for many people who are, or who consider themselves super intelligent when it comes to politics, they're outraged. But if you really think about his messaging in general, it's just simple. He is very simple, and he breaks sometimes in a very painful way to people who actually understand big, complicated issues. The fact that he can drill that down to 140 characters
it is amazing.
Is amazing. And the fact that he can, again, take something super complicated, say, don't like this, don't like that. You know, it is making, you know, it is impressive.
Because I can't even get like my breakfast out on Twitter like, for like 140 words. But.
So do you think it was wrong for the president to involve the family in his presidency? Do you think he should have kept it, you know, separated? Or
absolutely, it should be separate. But I think that with, you know, we're trying to keep up with modern media, and there's so much that's changing. You know, I think the role of the family is changing. I think, again, President Obama really changed the role of the internet. He changed the role of the everyday person to become a big donor, right? He really pioneered $5, $10 donations. And I think Donald Trump is taking, you know, a stab at what social media means. And so, you know, if it's good, that's a totally different question. If we like it, if we like that change, if we like seeing families so involved, you know, this is the first president in a while to have adult children. You know, the Bushes, the Obama girls, they grew up in the White House. You know, Chelsea Clinton, these are adult children now, and so it's a totally different situation.
But do you think it's fair that brands would distance themselves because of the family?
I absolutely think it's fair. You know, I think at the end of the day, every brand needs to understand their core consumers, and when you really think about the core Nordstrom shopper, you know, he or she can spend $200 for a dress or for a suit. And if that woman is saying those values, you know, the Trump family values are not my values, they absolutely have the right to say, I'm not buying her stuff. You know, the same way Uber customers can say, I have an option. I can take Lyft. I can take many other rideshare options. I don't need to support this person. We're seeing, you know, consumers voting with dollars.
Like consumers or brands are actually standing up for what they believe in, and the consumer is standing up for what they believe in. So is it like stepping into their own power? Like as
absolutely. You know, I always say, as a marketer, consumers vote with their dollars every day. Every day we're putting money, time, energy behind brands and products that we like or dislike. And I think we're seeing citizen activism in a totally different way. You know, and we're also seeing it be very successful, right? So when you look at Uber, at what people did when they stopped using Uber, how quickly there was a response, and the response was positive to what customers wanted to see, it even more emboldens and empowers people to say, okay, you know, I can do more of this. Where I think it's going to become really interesting is a company like Walmart. You know, they are going to, you know, so many issues you're looking at, whether we're talking about issues with China, issues with Mexico, we're talking about, you know, these big box stores that need to keep cost of goods as low as possible.
But have they made a stand on how they feel about it? Like, I mean, has there been any word out like that Walmart feels this way, or are they just kind of waiting to see which way it's swings?
I think there's a wait and see.
Wait until, right?
I absolutely think so. I think many companies are going to kick the can, but I think the more they understand their customer, you know, and all of this data that exists to figure out what's the average person spending, you can easily start to run models to see, you know, when this is going to start to affect your customers.
Now, Tina, without getting too political, do you think that the president needs more time to get his government together, to get his act together? Do you think he needs a little more time? I mean, I know it's a little bit of a question, right? It's a little tricky question, but...
Well, I talk a lot about this trend I call insanity, you know, and that insanity. You know, we expect everything to be instant. And it started from, you know, I remember, I'm dating myself now, but I remember having to take my, throwaway camera to CVS and get photos back, right? And now it's like, and then I look at my niece who's 7, it's like she sees a photo of herself instantly.
Right.
You don't have to wait for food, you can have it instantly. You don't even have to wait for a book anymore, right? It's like you buy the book instantly on your tablet. And so I think we as a culture expect everything to happen instantly. But I also do think when you look at the data of what past presidents have done and how quickly they've been able to do it, yes, he's behind when it comes to that. But I think he's also grappling with a culture that wants things quicker and faster than ever before. And in so many industries, that's being delivered,
So do you feel like the people that voted for Trump are responsible for the current situation of what's happening like within our country?
Absolutely, they're responsible. And they're also, what is interesting is they're also very happy. They feel like he's delivering on what he promised to deliver. And so they are not unhappy about what's going on at all. I think we saw that in the rally last week, right? People are still really excited.
So you think Trump's honesty is good for America or not?
I think it's a wake-up call for America.
Call, right?
I think it's a wake-up call that we are moving really fast, that faster is not always better. I think we're all really looking at, when it comes to news, it's like, is shock and awe always the best thing for everyone? Should we have asked more questions, way before we got to this place? And so I think it's causing a lot of us to really reflect, to really think about, is it really about, the almighty dollar, when you're seeing these big brands that are saying, no, actually, we need to put our customers first and really think about
backwards, that. Like finding morals, finding integrity, finding that basis.
I think we're out of time, so thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it.
Really
Good stuff.
informative. Thank you.
Cool. Okay, guys, don't go anywhere. My healthy lifestyle tip of the week is next. Stay tuned.